This video is one that I almost didn't make. As many of you will know, there are a plethora of negative videos on YouTube and other social media platforms surrounding Airsoft and the community within it. From stupid internet drama videos between creators in the space, to the ever-popular cheater videos that the platform promotes far too much in my opinion, and it is something I often avoid myself to the best of my abilities, only covering those touchy subjects when it is absolutely necessary or unavoidable. And today we unfortunately have one of those necessary videos. But I want this to be a chance to promote a civil discussion in the comments below, and hopefully teach players how to respond and deal with moments like this should they ever happen to you. This game has some of the most egregious and flat-out blatant cheating I have seen in quite a long time, and it's important to call it out for you guys and the community as a whole to learn from. Of course, feel free to let the community know what your stance is below, but be sure to please keep it civil and collected. Today's video picks up just after last week's, where we went on an impressive solo flanking maneuver into enemy territory with the MP5sd. This is the second round of that same game, and you will quickly notice that the attitudes of the enemy team have shifted in a new direction after their heartbreaking defeat of the last round. Go! This round has started off very differently than the last one. In last week's video, the enemy was much more aggressive and matching our own team's force with their own, perfectly matching us on the field and keeping us at bay, while also trying to advance at the same time just as we were doing. Now, however, they seem to have locked themselves to the very back of their side of the field and are playing very defensively, which is not the point of this game mode. In my initial run, I noticed that they have no players guarding the center lane of the field, and as such, we are going to take the opportunity to dive headlong into enemy territory once again and test our own luck.
There's a machine gun directly that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come in here.
You know where they're at. You know exactly where they're at.
Tore him up.
Good shit.
That's you walking by now. He put this off.
Fuck yeah, dog. Imagine rage stopping.
Cakes, Dougie, I'm covering the door behind you guys, just so you know.
Hold on, we're getting cussed out.
Yep, you're good. I'm just making sure no one walks up on you. At this point, myself, Dougie, and Brock of Active Threat Airsoft and the resident sniper Cakes have found a good spot just at the edge of the farthest line of buildings. This spot gives us each very ample room to move around each other and pick enemies off as they move from their spawn. But this advantage is about to lead the enemy team to do some of the most blatant hit shrugging I have ever seen in my years of playing Airsoft.
I got hit in the face.
Oh, you're right.
Like it?
There's no point. We have forward, I believe.
What was that?
What the fuck is that?
This lot's cheese, bro.
Uh-huh. I was snagging people out of this window, keeping them off your 6. And with the refs clearly seeing that the enemy team is being pushed to the edge, our team wins the round. Now, of course, we don't want to end off on a negative note, so I have a special round of infection for you guys as well. First, though, let's talk about what happened there at the end so that we can all learn from others' mistakes. As you could all see, many of the players that I hit during the last few minutes were simply ignoring the impact and continuing the fight. Some of these, from my perspective, could simply be a situation of, quote, no feeling, where the player genuinely didn't feel the hit, which is entirely plausible, and I would completely accept that as an answer. However, that quickly lost its viability to myself when multiple rounds made impact and players just shifted out of the way to stop getting hit. To me, that seems very much like straight up blatant cheating to avoid getting hit when you can feel where they're coming from. Let me know what you guys think about this though. Do you agree that the honor of the sport was clearly in question, or do you think it was an honest mistake? Honestly, it could go either way. It just from my perspective seemed that they were intentionally moving out of the way of where they were being shot one too many times for my liking. At the end of the day, Airsoft is a sport of integrity and honor, and playing to the rules regardless of whether they favor you or not is an imperative aspect that each player must abide by. However, am I calling these players out for the clout? No. Am I calling these players out to grandstand? No. I am calling out the behavior that makes our sport look like a bunch of man-children cheating and bending rules to those outside and inside the community who see these actions displayed on every Airsoft cheater video on social media, in the hopes of improving the reputation and respect of a sport that I love and a community that I enjoy being a part of. So with that said, let's get into this final game of this massive 200 player event and wrap up today's video. This last game mode is one that many should be familiar with. This time, we are playing Infection, a game mode where 3 players start off as reanimated zombies at the beginning of the round, and every other player is fighting to survive for the next 10 minutes of their life. After a survivor is hit by a zombie, they may then change to the zombie's team and hunt their former teammates down for sport. I will not be swapping myself, as I have put my difficulty to max with only 2 mags left for this round, meaning my shots will have to be precise and well managed throughout the round if I hope to survive. The zombies will also be allowed to utilize full auto, whereas the survivors are limited to only semi-auto for the entire round until they are hit and swapped over. And before any questions are thrown my way, yes, that is my face up in the top right corner. This video file was corrupted, but I was able to remake it using the recording software I use for streaming. And I forgot to remove my wannabe webcam insert during the recording process. So now my face is stuck permanently at the top of this video. Anyway, enjoy the Zams.
I gotta reload again.
Bro.
You're good. And in a final face-off, I am removed from the field with exactly 3 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Which also brings us to the end of today's video. I know that this one took a more serious tone than the normal, but I hope you all enjoyed today's banter and gameplay. Be sure to let me know and the community know what you thought of today's video down below, and don't forget to check out last week's gameplay for a more lighthearted and fun round of this game mode. I will be streaming this evening at 6 p.m. US Central Time, taking out some zombies on DayZ just as we were moments ago for this infection round with members of our community over on Twitch. So feel free to come by and discuss this video with the community live if you would like to, or just generally come over and have a good time while me and the community members slay absolute hordes of zombies in our DayZ server. Also, if you have the time, be sure to head over to WolfDenApparel.store to check out my full merch lineup. Link to that is in the description, and as always, this has been Wolf, and I hope to see you guys next time I hit the field.